The boy took out his phone and questioned the police officer in front of him. Why was he being stopped when he had done nothing wrong? Was it simply because he had looked at them a few extra times earlier? But a few words seemed to infuriate the officer. Using the excuse of a random inspection, he ordered the boy to put down his phone, or else he would be arrested and thrown in a cell. The boy was speechless. Realizing there was nothing more he could say, the officer put on leather gloves, first turning the boy's backpack inside out, then frisking him from head to toe. Finding nothing, the officer ordered him to take off his pants, but it didn't stop there. He even checked the boy's underwear. This went so far that even nearby onlookers couldn't stand watching, but the officer still wasn't satisfied. As he left, he kicked the boy's backpack aside. However, just as they were about to leave, a cup of milk tea splashed onto their windshield. It was the boy and a few of his friends. Officer Mike couldn't tolerate this, so he jumped out of the car and chased after them, eventually catching the boy with the help of his teammates. But the entire incident was filmed by people around them. On their way back to the station, a rock suddenly smashed into their car. They instantly realized they were under attack, quickly reversing to take another route, but people were waiting behind them too. In their panic, they crashed head-on into another vehicle. When they came to, they saw a gang of thugs approaching aggressively. They had no choice but to drag the boy into a nearby residential building for cover. They radioed headquarters for backup, then changed into civilian clothes so they would be less recognizable. On their way to the rendezvous point, they saw several thugs committing a robbery. Normally, they would have rushed in to stop it, but now they were just civilians. Soon, they reached the meeting spot. The officer waiting to pick them up flashed the car lights, signaling them to come over, but the next second, even though the officers had hidden their identities, the mob still recognized them. This was Sua district in Denmark, home to immigrants from the Middle East, known for their toughness and unity. When it came to corrupt cops, they never showed mercy. Mike and his team pretended not to notice and tried to leave the area, but someone on a bridge above was already filming their movements. As they hurried to find another way out, a gang of bikers quietly began following them.